Okay, well, I got everything fitting in these two Makos here. All the motors are spinning up the right way. FPV system's working. I got another one here I'm working on. And then over here I have a Mitsuku that I can't get this Lux to spin those motors up for shit. I tried everything, but it just shakes and shakes and shakes. When I open it in clean flight and everything's sitting there settled, the debug number 3 is just going off goofy, so we'll see. But I wanted to show you these while I had them here before I bolt them down. I have to bind them up, but since this one's not screwed on, I might as well show you. Okay. How does it look? Can you see it? Anyway, here it is. It really does look really nice. I mean, I like it. I wish I had time to build my own, you know. But here we go. Let's go inside there. Okay. This one, if I'm not mistaken, is an SPF3 racing board. I think. And it has a TBS-0 camera. And this is the only VTX. Well, I mean, I don't want to say only, but to make the build easier, this is the easiest one that'll fit in there, and you won't have problems. So it's the FX796T. Here's the product information page. It's a 40 channel 200 milliwatt race band, and it powers the camera. Here it is. Okay, the FX796T, and it's operating voltage from 7 to 20. I think it says 22 somewhere, but 7 to 20 volts. Very cool. I like it. So I bought 4 of them to do all the builds I got here. And other than that, the only thing on this thing is we have to put this in here. And this is the Lemon RX diversity receiver, right? These things are fragile no matter what. I mean, just the antennas are fragile at where they cut them here. Whoever cut them cuts them a little bit too deep, and they're fragile there. So what I do is I put a little medium CA that I got at my local hobby shop, Leisure Hours Hobbies in Plainfield, Illinois, and I drip a little CA right here as soon as I take them out of the box, and that seems to stiffen them up, you know, like 1, 2, 3 drops. Let it dry, come back and give it a couple more drops. So that's what I've done. But I had to shed this RX of its case, right? I had to take it out of its case to make it fit in here. Let's let this pizza man go. Anyway, so I had to take it out of the case. And usually I have good luck with hot glue and this and that, you know. But here's one. I hot glued the antenna down so that when I shoved it through the holes in the lid of this thing, they wouldn't come off these things. You know, the only thing that holds them on to this connection is the lid that we just took off, right? Well, on this one here, I hot glued it, and the whole damn thing just the solder lifted the pads right off, you know. I don't have no supersonic hot glue gun, so I'm gonna go pick up some 2-part 30-min epoxy and try again, but shit. So here's round 2, right? I put my CA on here because these things like to just snap off. I mean, you don't even have to touch them. So now I'm going to epoxy these connectors on, you know, and they're just plugged in. And hopefully the heat won't lift the pads that holds it on, right? And then I'm going to have to put this inside here. Can you see me? Are you getting this? Inside there, and send them up through the antenna tubes, right? So that's this one Mako build, and it seems to fit really nice with this VTX in there. This will fit. I just got to epoxy it down. So let's move that one out the way. Alright. And then I got this one here. This one's all bolted down. She's all in there. I have to take it apart. Yes, I have to take it apart to bind it and apply power one last time. It's kind of cool how the thing has a little clicks in there to hold the camera at its different angles. I like how you got the button to go through all your bands here. I like that he's got the nuts inside the front and the back. I like the material. It looks really cool. I gotta change the props to something else. Give it some color. But it's the HS 1177. I got in all of them, and now I'm using this VTX. What's it called again? It's the FX 796T 200 milliwatt 40 channel race band with the connector on the side. Alright, let me take apart this Mako so you can see what the inside looks like. We'll start with the back here. I have to take it apart because you have to bind the receiver. I guess I could do it through Clean Flight. I never really learned that setup on how to put it into bind and then take it out of bind and all of that. But it can be done. Alright, let's see. One more. Alright, here she is. Look inside here. We got a Moto Lab Cyclone and have OSD. See, I got an OSD in there in the heat shrink, and that means at the field you can do all your changes, PID changes, on-screen display changes, LED changes, anything you can do in clean flight via the PC you can do now through your goggles with your radio. So it all fit, and the last thing I got to do here is bind it to the receiver, and we're good to go. So we'll get some fly-in footage of this pretty soon. So today I'm going to get these both bound. I think I showed you. We're going to put 2 of these receivers, 1 in each. I'm going to take out this one. We're going to go with the long range of diversity, and then we're going to install one of these in here. But first I'll get some 2-part epoxy and epoxy those antennas down, because they fall right off, and if you use hot glue it's just either too hot and it pulls the connector off the pad, so be careful.